Welcome back. This is Caitlin Parker with Unspoken Obligations, and today we are talking about balance. What the heck is that? Or boundaries. So people say work-life balance. I don't agree with it. It's work-life boundaries. I'm a mother. I have a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old who I absolutely adore, and I have a husband who I never talk to anymore because of balance and boundaries. So having a work-life balance is something that is really, really tricky. And I don't even think that it is necessary. I think that it's a boundary situation. So for me, making time to be with my family, making the choices to be with my family is really important. Creating that boundary and deciding where those boundaries line up. So for example, spending time at home. Right now, I choose to spend my time with my kids. Sorry, Craig. That's the phase of life that I'm in. And there's ups and downs and lefts and rights and all of that, but there's no balance. If I said that there was an equal balance between work and kids and husband, I wouldn't be going to work 12 hours a day. I wouldn't spend the 3 or 4 hours that I have with my kids. Everybody would be in this skewed relationship, and it wouldn't work for me. It's making a conscious decision on what to do and when to do it. So what I've done over the years in realizing that there is no such thing as work-life balance, being a mother and a business owner and a wife and a daughter and a sister and a friend and all of the things that come with being me, is that I have put parameters on the different areas of my life. For example, when it is time for me to go home, I have an alarm clock that goes off, and I say I have an obligation or an appointment. No one needs to know what it is or where I'm going or what the reason is for that alarm or for me to be leaving what I'm doing. But I do. And I know it's time for me to switch gears. So when that time comes, I am fully focused on whatever it is that I'm doing. So for example, when 3:45 rolls around and it's time to get Noelle off the bus, work is done for that moment. Noelle is top priority. She gets the time with me. I'm focused as much as I can muster. And then Lexi comes home. And Lexi gets my time as much as I can muster. They get it. They get it all. Anybody who's texting me or calling me or wanting an appointment with me, I'm sorry, I'm booked. It'll have to wait. These days of answering emails all through the night and text messages that customers can just send you at all hours of the day is done for me. Unfortunately, I haven't figured it all out yet because my husband gets the last on the list. It just happens that way. But I know his time will come and he's being patient. Everybody else gets what's left. Now that leads me to self-care, something that I am currently struggling with. How many of you take self-care for whatever that means to you? Do you get to take a nap? Do you go get your nails done if that's something you find enjoyable? Do you go to yoga class? Do you read a book? Do you sit outside quietly? Everybody's different. But have you put boundaries on that? Where's that work-life balance? Where's the part that has insert your name here? It's a struggle for me. In American society, we're expected to work from dawn to dusk. We're expected to go as fast as we can, build as big as we can, and do all the things efficiently, effectively, smoothly, and to the greatest of ease. Bull freaking shit. Doesn't always work out that way. But that's our expectations. Some of you might have cringed. Oh my goodness. On certain days, she leaves at 3:45. Yeah, I do. And did you notice I couldn't even say all days? I said some days. I myself have an issue with deciding that it's okay for me to leave at 3:45. Mind you, I've been working since 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, typically. But I have been trained, and it's my obligation to myself to be the best that I can. And I've been taught that putting in the hours is the answer. Is that the answer? That is not a work-life balance to me. Therefore, I have initiated the boundaries. Yes, certain days of the week I leave at 3:45 to go and be present with my amazing girls and spend some time with my husband. Is it the end of the world? If it is, it's not a world that I want to live in. What other things are boundaries? Not having to stop every 2 seconds to answer a question that an employee should know the answer for. There's a boundary. Are you strong enough to be able to say, hey, can you research that? And if you still have questions, come back to me. That's a hard thing to do. Not sounding like a jackass, not sounding like egotistical, all of those layers of things, figuring out the balance of being able to make people dive into their own abilities and not lean on you all the time. What are the other boundaries? Boundaries of saying no. Hey, can you say no? Wherever you are right now, can you physically say the word no? No. 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 Period. No, no because, no, well, no, not this time. Just no. And if you want to be polite about it, no, thank you. How many of you actually use that word on a regular basis? Boundaries. No is a perfectly acceptable answer. No. You do not have to say yes to everything. Yes, there's a networking meeting at 7 o'clock at night at the local brewery. Should you go? No. I choose to be with my family. But you might not get all the business and you might not get your face out there. Okay, then it wasn't right for me. No. What about going on a month-long road trip to investigate all the different prospective sites for a new location and you won't see your family for such and such a time? Is that truly what you want to do? Might be a yes. Maybe you can bring your kids with you. Or maybe it's a no. There are always other ways to do something. Somebody else could go on it and you could FaceTime. Somebody else could do something and they could pull you in. I don't know. There's so many different ways. It's not always cut and dry. But the first step is to say no. Boundaries, not balance. If you said equal numbers yes and equals numbers no, that doesn't necessarily equate to a happy life. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no when an employee asks for something that is just not within the scope of what your company wants or needs, even if it has the fear of losing the person associated with it. No. I struggle with that because I like to say no and because. Sometimes it's important, but sometimes I can get myself in trouble because Now I'm backpedaling, or now I'm filling in the blanks, or now I'm making it softer, or now I'm doing all these other things to people please so their feelings don't get hurt. Sometimes people just don't understand what it takes to run a business and all the different dynamics that are in the background to just be able to say no and leave it at that. Boundaries. Boundaries. My freaking office. Boundaries. How many of you have an office or a space that's just your own? I'm a mother of 2 kids. My house is not my own. They are everywhere in every spot, and every toy is everywhere. I have an office that I don't want my employees in, no matter how close we are. That's my space. Boundaries. Boundaries. There's no reason for that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to be able to speak from your heart, even if it pisses somebody off. I hate confrontation. I've talked about this in previous episodes. I hate it. But sometimes it's a result of something that has to be said or has to be communicated. Sometimes it's that awkward 8 seconds. I heard it once in a book. 8 seconds is how long it takes to do the hard things. It only lasts for 8 seconds. And you can do anything for 8 seconds. Firing somebody, taking a deep breath. It's 8 seconds. 8 seconds. It's hard for 8 seconds. And then standing your ground. That's hard. Hard. But when it's all said and done, holding those boundaries, saying enough is enough, standing tall in the decision, and not wavering creates a lightness and a sense of freedom if you allow it to. I do not believe in work-life balance. I don't believe it. Boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries. Saying no is empowering. Trust me. Try it out for yourself. Feel the feeling of saying no and meaning it, not backpedaling, not explaining it away or justifying it. Just no. An example is next time a friend calls you up and says you want to go out for drinks and you really just rather stay in your pajamas and watch a movie snuggled up on your couch, say no. No excuses, no justification, just no. No, thank you. I'm empowering you. You have my approval, my blessing, whatever it is that you need to give it a shot. I think you'll have fun. And I definitely know it's going to feel freaking awesome when you get off that phone, when you turn it off, when you finally do something that you yourself want to do unapologetically for yourself. Trust me. Where are the areas in your life that you have given yourself the permission to have boundaries? That's right, permission. Yourself permission, not other people's permission to have boundaries, yourself. Standing tall in your decision to have your own boundaries and holding to them. And if you want to change your boundaries, fine. But when I say I am home with my children and I do not want to have a meeting, I better damn well not pick up that phone call and start having a meeting when I've committed to my children. That is my obligation to myself, that I'm standing tall in, that I'm creating a boundary. And if I decide to go back on that, that's my choice. But I know that I am standing tall in my decision. What are you standing tall in? Let us know. I want to hear what you have to say. And I can't wait for you to join us on the next episode of Unspoken Obligations with me, Caitlin Parker.